Well, we got the big debate tonight, and you know politics can be a touchy subject in a lot of circumstances. But in college political science classes, it can be a tough one to avoid.
Yeah, so how do professors handle the topic in a particularly charged election year? WMAR 2 News' Elizabeth Worthington visited two universities here in Maryland to find out. She joins us now with more.
Yeah, and the professors we talked to say they definitely lean into the current political issues during an election year rather than avoiding them, but they differed in their approaches as to whether or not to keep their personal beliefs out of the classroom. After a summer of watching history book-making events unfold, political science professors were antsy to get back into the classroom. Dr. KY Whitehead started receiving emails from her students here at Loyola University, Maryland, before they even returned to campus, wondering about the plans for the semester.
In an election year, I tend to be zero-focused on what is happening.
But focusing on current political candidates and issues rather than ones from the past is sure to elicit strong feelings during a divisive election year. Dr. Wise Whitehead doesn't shy away from those conversations.
Now, I personally do not debate with students. What I do is I look for students who have different views and allow them to debate with one another. I don't think it's fair as a professor to get into an open debate with a student, because that's just about power differentials. It's about, who is ultimately giving the grade.
But she does tell her students they can challenge her on anything. As an opinion radio host, her personal political views are public.
So it's different when I walk in the classroom. They already know where I stand, but they also know I have one solid belief that all voices are included at the table.
Michael Hamner, who works in the Department of Government and Politics at the University of Maryland, tries not to let his personal beliefs come through in the classroom, but he also does encourage his students to challenge each other and themselves. And in his decades of teaching, he's noticed those debates become more personal.
It's not just I disagree with those policies for many people, it's I disagree with those people.
And it seems clear that younger voters are becoming increasingly politically engaged, in large part thanks to social media. But Professor Hamner wonders if Gen Zers are choosing who they're voting for based off a funny clip or a meme, or if they're even voting at all.
There can be this tendency to engage on social media and think of that as a viable replacement.
Dr. Wise Whitehead is optimistic that they'll show up at the polls. She's hosting an election night watch party and will have cupcakes to celebrate whichever candidate wins.
And no matter who wins, it's about working to make this nation better. And I think that's how we teach students. We model for students how to have open conversation. Can we disagree without being disagreeable?
Both professors we talked to agreed a college campus is an undeniably exciting place to be during an election cycle.
Even at times when it seems like the country is struggling through various issues, when you're on a college campus and you see the ideas that people are bringing and the real commitment to trying to provide solutions, it's really hard to not be excited about the future.
That excitement is no good if they don't exercise their right to vote. So both schools are doing a lot of work on campus, making sure students are registered to vote and know all of their voting options either on or before Election Day. Jeff?